In the depths of the vast ocean, where sunlight barely penetrates and shadows dance with the currents, lies a world that pulses with life and secrets. It is a realm untouched by the frenetic pace of human existence, a sanctuary for creatures both known and unknown. Here, among the coral reefs and the dark abyss, mermaids weave through the water, their silvery tails shimmering like moonlight on the waves. For centuries, they have been the stuff of legends, enchanting sailors with their songs and luring them into the depths. But the reality of mermaids is far more complex than the tales spun by those who have glimpsed them. In this world, mermaids are not simply ethereal beings. They are guardians of the ocean, bound by ancient pacts and responsibilities. Each mermaid belongs to a clan, each with its own territory, customs, and history. They communicate through melodic sounds, a language that resonates with the very heartbeat of the sea. Their voices are a blend of laughter and sorrow, a reflection of the ocean's moods. The songs they sing can calm storms or summon them, and they are often used to guide lost sailors home or to lead them to their doom. One such mermaid, named Lyra, was known for her adventurous spirit. Unlike her kin, who preferred the safety of their underwater cities, Lyra often ventured to the surface, drawn by the mysteries of the human world. She marveled at the ships that sailed above, their sails billowing like clouds against the blue sky. The humans intrigued her, so different, so fragile, yet so full of life. She would watch them from the waves, her heart racing as she listened to their laughter and their stories carried on the wind. One fateful day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Lyra spotted a small boat drifting aimlessly. She could see the figure of a young man at the helm, his brow furrowed in concentration as he struggled with the sails. The wind had picked up unexpectedly, and the boat was being tossed about like a leaf in a storm. Without thinking, Lyra plunged beneath the surface, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and fear. She had never interacted with a human before, but she could not let him drown. As she approached the boat, she could hear the young man cursing under his breath, the sound of frustration mingling with the crashing waves. With a swift flick of her tail, she surfaced beside him, her presence a shimmering apparition against the backdrop of the darkening sea. The man's eyes widened in disbelief, and for a moment, time stood still. He stared at her, captivated by her beauty, her long, flowing hair, the iridescent scales that adorned her tail, and the way the water seemed to dance around her. "Help me," he cried, desperation lacing his voice. "I can't control the boat." Lyra's instincts kicked in. She reached out, her fingers grazing the side of the boat as she assessed the situation. The wind howled around them, and the waves threatened to capsize the small vessel. With a deep breath, she summoned her powers, singing a soft, soothing melody that floated through the air like a gentle caress. The storm began to quiet, the winds easing as if lulled by her song. The waters calmed, and the young man, still in shock, watched as the chaos around him transformed into tranquility. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice barely audible over the gentle lapping of the waves. "I thought I was going to drown." Lyra smiled, a warm glow radiating from her heart. "You are safe now," she replied, her voice like the tinkling of bells. "But you must return to shore. The ocean is a fickle friend." As the man regained his composure, he introduced himself as Adrian, a sailor from a nearby village. They spoke for what felt like hours, sharing stories of their worlds. Adrian spoke of the land, of the forests and mountains, of the bustling markets filled with laughter and life. He described the beauty of the sunrise and the warmth of the sun on his skin. Lyra, in turn, unveiled the wonders of the ocean. The vibrant coral gardens, the majestic whales that sang ancient songs, and the mysteries that lay hidden beneath the waves. As the sun dipped lower, casting a golden glow over the water, Lyra felt a connection with Adrian that transcended their differences. It was a bond forged in the shared experience of survival, of wonder, and of the unspoken understanding that both their worlds were intertwined. But as the horizon swallowed the sun, she knew she had to return to her clan. to the depths of the ocean where her responsibilities awaited. "Will I see you again?" Adrian asked, his voice tinged with longing. Lyra hesitated, her heart heavy with the weight of their parting. "The ocean is vast, and our paths may not cross again," she said softly. "But I will always be watching over you." With a final glance, she slipped beneath the waves, leaving Adrian alone in his boat, gazing at the spot where she had vanished. The ocean, once a place of fear and mystery for him, now felt like a part of his soul, a reminder of the extraordinary encounter he had experienced. Days turned into weeks, and the memory of Lyra lingered in Adrian's mind. He returned to the sea each day, hoping to catch a glimpse of her shimmering form, to hear her enchanting voice once more. He spoke of her to the villagers, sharing tales of the mermaid who had saved him, but most dismissed his story as mere fantasy. Yet, he could not shake the feeling that she was out there, somewhere in the depths, watching over him. Meanwhile, Lyra returned to her underwater world, but the encounter had changed her. She found herself daydreaming of the surface, of the vibrant colors, and the warmth of the sun. Her clan noticed her distraction, her mind often wandering as she swam through the coral gardens. They spoke of the dangers of humans, of their greed and their destruction, warning her to stay away from their world. But Lyra could not forget Adrian, nor could she ignore the connection they had forged. Determined to learn more about the humans and their ways, Lyra began to explore the shallower waters where the ocean met the land. She witnessed the beauty of the beaches, the laughter of children playing in the surf, and the vibrant markets filled with the aromas of spices and fresh produce. She observed their rituals, their celebrations, and their moments of sorrow, realizing that beneath their differences, they shared the same emotions, the same joys and fears. One evening, as the sun set in a blaze of color, Lyra found herself drawn to a secluded cove. The water was calm, and the air was filled with the sound of laughter. As she peered from the depths, she saw Adrian, surrounded by friends, singing and dancing by a fire. The sight warmed her heart, and she longed to join them, to experience the joy of their celebration. But she remained hidden, afraid of what might happen if they discovered her true nature. As the night wore on, the merriment continued, but Lyra felt a pang of sadness. She wanted to be a part of their world, to share in their laughter and stories. But she was bound by the ocean, a creature of the deep, and the chasm between their worlds felt insurmountable. Just as she turned to leave, she heard a voice calling out into the night. "Is anyone out there?" Adrian's voice rang clear, cutting through the darkness. "I know you're there. Show yourself." Lyra's heart raced. She hesitated, torn between the desire to reveal herself and the fear of rejection. But as she looked into Adrian's eyes, filled with sincerity and longing, she knew she could not hide any longer. With a deep breath, she surfaced, her form illuminated by the moonlight. Gasps filled the air as the group stared in awe. Adrian's eyes widened in disbelief, a mixture of shock and joy washing over his face. "Lyra!" he exclaimed, stepping closer to the water's edge. "It's really you!" The others, initially frozen in fear, soon found themselves captivated by her beauty. They approached cautiously, their curiosity outweighing their trepidation. Lyra felt a surge of confidence as she met their gazes, her heart swelling with a sense of belonging she had longed for. "I came to see you," she said, her voice steady despite the pounding of her heart. "I wanted to share in your joy." Adrian smiled, his face lighting up with warmth. "You are welcome here, Lyra. We've heard so much about you." As the night unfolded, Lyra shared stories of the ocean, of the wonders and mysteries that lay beneath the waves. She spoke of the vibrant marine life, the hidden treasures, and the ancient secrets whispered by the currents. In turn, the villagers shared their tales, their dreams, and their fears, creating a tapestry of connection that transcended the boundaries of their worlds. As the fire crackled and the stars twinkled above, Lyra felt a profound sense of belonging. She realized that the ocean and the land were not separate. They were intertwined, each influencing the other in ways that were both beautiful and tragic. She learned of the struggles the villagers faced, the challenges of living in harmony with nature, and the impact of their actions on the ocean she called home. But as the night drew to a close, a shadow loomed over their newfound connection. The ocean, once a sanctuary, was now facing threats from pollution, overfishing, and climate change. Lyra listened as the villagers spoke of their struggles, and she felt a deep sense of responsibility to protect her home. The secrets of the ocean were not just hers to keep. They belonged to all who relied on its bounty. Determined to bridge the gap between their worlds, Lyra proposed a plan. "We can work together," she said passionately. "The ocean and the land are connected. If we join forces, we can protect both our homes." Adrian nodded, his eyes gleaming with determination. "We can organize cleanup efforts, educate others about the importance of the ocean, and find sustainable ways to live in harmony with nature." Together, they rallied the villagers, sharing their vision of a united front against the threats facing the ocean. They organized beach cleanups, planted trees along the coastline, and held workshops to educate others about the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Lyra became a bridge between the two worlds, sharing her knowledge of the ocean and its mysteries, while Adrian and the villagers learned to respect and protect the waters that sustained them. As the seasons changed, so did their efforts. The bond between the humans and the mermaids grew stronger, and the villagers began to see the ocean as a living entity, deserving of respect and care. Lyra became a symbol of hope, a reminder that even the most disparate worlds could unite for a common cause. But the ocean was not without its challenges. As they worked tirelessly to protect their home, they faced opposition from those who prioritized profit over preservation. Fishing fleets encroached upon their waters, threatening the delicate balance of marine life. Pollution continued to seep into the ocean, tainting its beauty and endangering its inhabitants. In the face of adversity, Lyra and Adrian remained steadfast. They organized protests, rallied support from neighboring villages, and reached out to environmental organizations. Their voices echoed through the land, a chorus of determination and hope. They shared the stories of the ocean's wonders, of the creatures that called it home, and of the ancient wisdom that lay within its depths. As the movement gained momentum, they began to see change. People started to listen, to understand the importance of protecting the ocean. Policies were enacted to limit fishing, to reduce pollution, and to promote sustainable practices. The villagers became stewards of the land and sea, recognizing that their fates were intertwined. Through it all, Lyra and Adrian's bond deepened. They found solace in each other, their love blossoming amidst the challenges they faced. They would often meet at the cove, where the ocean met the land, sharing dreams and hopes for the future. Their connection became a symbol of the unity between their worlds, a testament to the power of collaboration. But as their efforts flourished, the ocean revealed its own mysteries. One day, while exploring a hidden underwater cave, Lyra discovered ancient carvings etched into the stone. They depicted scenes of mermaids and humans working together, a long-forgotten history that spoke of unity and harmony. Lyra realized that their connection was not new. It was a legacy waiting to be rekindled. She shared her discovery with Adrian, and together they delved into the history of their worlds. They unearthed tales of collaboration, of times when humans and mermaids had worked hand in hand to protect the ocean. Inspired by these stories, they organized a celebration, a festival to honor their connection and to commemorate the bond between the two realms. As the day of the festival arrived, the village came alive with excitement. Colorful banners adorned the streets, and the scent of delicious food wafted through the air. Villagers gathered by the shore, their hearts filled with anticipation. Lyra emerged from the water, her presence a beacon of hope, as she joined Adrian on the beach. Together they shared stories of the ocean, of the wonders that lay beneath the waves, and of the importance of protecting their home. The villagers listened in awe, captivated by the magic of Lyra's words. They danced and sang, celebrating the beauty of their connection with the ocean and the mermaids who called it home. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the water, Lyra and Adrian stood hand in hand, their hearts intertwined. They knew that the journey ahead would not be easy, but they were ready to face the challenges together. The ocean had unveiled its secrets, revealing the power of unity and the importance of preserving the delicate balance of life. In the years that followed, their efforts bore fruit. The ocean thrived, its waters teeming with life, and the villagers embraced their role as guardians of the sea. Lyra became a legend, a symbol of hope and resilience, inspiring generations to cherish and protect the ocean. And as the tides ebbed and flowed, the bond between humans and mermaids grew stronger, a testament to the enduring power of love, unity, and the secrets that the ocean had unveiled. Together, they forged a future where both worlds could coexist in harmony, a legacy that would echo through the ages, reminding all who heard it of the magic that lay beneath the waves.